The Major Arena Soccer League is proud to present MASL Soccer on CBS Sports Golazo Network. From the greatest soccer city in America, it's the St. Louis Ambush and the Empire Strykers. Joey Santaboni alongside my lifelong friend, Matt Rocchio. Matt, it's Golazo time at the Family Arena.
Yeah, Joe, you might notice a few differences in the broadcast tonight and also a couple differences on the field.
It certainly has been a week of change for the St. Louis Ambush. Top scorer Frank Tayu suspended indefinitely. Who steps up for St. Louis?
It's going to have to be Will Eske. He's the only player right now on the roster with double-digit points, but also you got to look to a veteran like Lucas Almeida, leading the team in assists with 7. He's going to have to step up, but also the youngsters have been crucial on this team. The MASL 2 squad has been big, getting some youngsters up into this squad. We'll see if they can play a big part in tonight's game as well.
And on the Strikers side, they have Mexican legend Marco Fabian.
Yeah, certainly not a rookie, not a youngster there. Plenty of experience, and he's the third leading scorer in the league by goals right now. He's going to be tough for the Ambush. They slowed him down last game. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it twice.
Two teams met on Monday. Strikers won that. Ambush trying to win this evening in St. Louis. You're watching MASL Soccer on CBS Sports Golazo Network.
Restore Chesterfield is the official wellness and recovery center for your St. Louis Ambush. We offer cryotherapy, IV drips, hyperbaric oxygen, and so much more. Bring your ticket stub and receive 1 free course service. See you soon, and go Ambush!
Miter is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. Established in 1817, Miter is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at miter.com.
Ambush against the Strikers. These two teams met a little bit earlier in the week, Monday in California. Now the Ambush trying to bounce back after taking an 8-6 loss and now playing without leading scorer Frank Tayu.
Yeah, that's going to be the tricky part for this offense. Obviously, Frank Tayu got on a little bit of a run there late in the season. So what do you do to replace him? The bottom line is he's not here. He's suspended indefinitely. They retain the rights. A move might come later on because of that, but the bottom line is Ambush have to move on. He's not in this game, so it comes down to Will Eske and everybody else. The big question is going to be, Rafa steps up into that main .9 center forward striker, however you want to verbalize it. he steps into that role for Frank Tayu. This is what his role is on a futsal team where he's on the national level. So if you got to lean on somebody like Rafa Araujo is not a bad person to lean on.
He's the man in the center circle. Paulo and Clayson De Lima between the pipes. Paulo for the ambush, off to our left, your left. And the Strikers defending the right-hand side, western goal. Araujo drops it back to Christian Briggs. St. Louis Ambush Soccer live on Golazo. Sluiced out of the center circle by Almeida. Wanted Araujo, pulled away easily by the Strikers. Munir Lamy led it up the board. Justin Stinson, the local product, drops it back. Momo Guy pushes to Marco Fabiano, the Mexican legend. Spies Alami downfield, and Guy will drop it to the center line. The Strikers, they do a lot of the 6-on-5 with the goalkeeper pulled up. Stinson, who's from St. Louis, played with the ambush in 17. Gets the ball back after stringing it up the board with Roberto Palmer.
Yeah, and that connection hurts all the more when you look at that 3 goals, 2 assist game he had earlier this week, spearheading the Striker attack in that win.
Fabian over his head. Stinson still liked the idea. Justin Stinson, 5 goal contributions for the Strikers, while Fabian was held in check, scoreless by the ambush on Monday. We talked to the head coach of this outfit, Anua Bassi, and he said, hey, it was just one of those games. As long as they're taking about 6 shots each, he's happy. Sometimes they go in more than others. Nice play by John A.S.K. Lucas Almeida, the ambush leader in assists. Wings it out wide. Mo Ndiaye, who's played for both of these franchises, targets Duduka downfield. Polk, who scored Monday, give back to Mo. His shot stifled there by Mansoray. John A. bursting forward and lofting this one well and wide of the pink frame.
Joe, you mentioned Mo Ndiaye, obviously a big name added to the roster this year. They're going to need him to step up. Big bench minutes are going to be needed. This is a very deep, very talented Strikers squad. One of the best offenses in the league. 2nd best by total goal, 3rd best by goals per game. And so they can really put it on you, but you can't score on them. One of the few teams in the top half of the league that has let more than 50 goals in this season.
Jeremy Rayleigh, effective defense against Abdul Mansouré. Pesters in return. Paulo, the Brazilian Rob Lowe, 39-year-old keeper, leads it up the board. Through Ryan Quito, now Araujo through the box, wanted Frenchie Wilniamsi. Stifled by Mo Guy, now lobbed out by De Leon, Mansouré. Once again, it's Rayleigh who's his Huckleberry. Pushes it forward to the crease, the referee's crease. Pass from there by Araujo behind JT Thomas.
Yeah, a little too much talking between Araujo and JT Thomas after the fact and not before that pass, because JT did not like where that one went. But again, he's a center forward. His job is to get the ball and then attacking third and make it move. Nothing.
Randy Martinez trying to turn it. Got it by Almeida. Andy Reyes finds Alan Perez in the corner. Got in some hot water there. Cools down back up board with Martinez. About 2.5 in, scoreless, ambush Strikers. The last 3 scores between these two teams, 8-6, 8-7, and 8-7. So we're expecting something high scoring. Unfortunately, the Strikers have won all 3 games between the two franchises over the last couple of years.
Risk-reward situation here for the Strikers. Goalkeeper's far up.
He's up
there. They like that, but this can turn risky quickly if Drew Hay is able to step into a lane here.
Emmanuel Aguirre, who fires that missile just above the pink bar. Windex is down ultimately through Rayleigh. Back-headed by Antonio De La Torre. And it's picked up on the outside by Martinez. Strikers just inside the MASL playoff picture in 6th. Ambush just out in 9th. This is Polo Hernandez, who did not play Monday. Scooted it to Paulo. Pried loose by Niamsi. Martinez goes for the take. Emerges against Zach Druhi and Rayleigh. Ultimately, it's Niamsi who picks it up for the ambush.
Yeah, De La Torre threw his arms up. He wanted a call on that one. Kind of agree with him there, but they're letting him play here early.
De Lima, who was the MASL Keeper of the Year in 2021. Billiards to get going. Alami, the Moroccan 25-year-old, finding the ageless Fabian. And Fabian won a gold medal, London Olympics 2012, among many, many other accomplishments in his storied career. Plays it back.
God, the control of the ball is just, it's insane with the guy of Fabian's skill.
Truly a pleasure to watch him. His coach says sometimes it's still surreal watching him walk around. Told a funny story about watching a little video last night. And he said, that's Marco Fabian who's walking into my hotel room right now.
So yeah, still surreal. But you're the boss, and you're doing a good job right now as he's third in the league in goals.
He's the receiver of this pass, curls it with Alami. Rayleigh does a good job to push him away. Duduka trying to clear. Now Chili Willie, our all-star who will represent in Utica, gets it to the other side of the field. Teams will switch.
William Esque mishit that one. Interesting to me, though, that the Strykers.
Fabian Cizre makes Briggs slip. He shoots, it's in! Oh, Marco Fabian with Alami lurking right on the goal line. Oh, baby, what a play.
Axel Chacunte doing his best to stop that one, and he might have actually been the one where it actually careened off.
And Alami might have got a piece as well, but that's really Fabian's goal. We were just singing his praises in the balletic 35-year-old slipping, sliding. Ultimately, it's the red boot of Alami that spanks it in, but that is one heck of an effort from 33.
To get that ball in before an ambush defender can get their foot on it is actually the more insane part than the actual dribbling.
Kido! Just off the post. James Thomas trying to squiggle it back into Araujo, ends up a couple of rows deep.
I mean, Chacunte's right there. And to get hit past him after burning the other defender in Briggs, it's why the man's a global superstar. Unbelievable. I can't get over it, Joey. And Ryan Kido almost outdid him.
Tremendous sequence, 5 minutes in by Empire, has them up 1-0. Lucas Almeida, team leader in assists. Scopes, Duduka left foot! Maybe fingertips from a rising DeLima. Ended up with just an inch of helium in it.
It's simple, but it's been one of the more successful set pieces this year for the ambush, but unfortunately, that issue with that we have here in the family arena, Joey, just continues.
Sometimes those balls end up a little bit high.
Yeah, it just seems we've talked about maybe a helium issue. I'm not sure. Just an atmosphere problem. Yeah, anti-gravity. Something going on in the basement.
Scoops that up outside of the foot of Gire.
A lot of improvements in this arena this past offseason, but issues with a lot of balls going over the net still.
$13 million put into the family arena in the offseason. New ribbon boards.
Not a single.
Great streaming capacities that have allowed us to stream this one for you live on Golazo. Our first time ever on a CBS Sports app.
Not a single line item in the budget to get the shots a little bit more accurate.
Roberto Palmer playing here with DeLima. Palmer, the all-time leader in shots blocked. Gives to Hernandez, springs downfield Perez. Give back Ciro Oliveira, who scored his first MASL goal on Monday. Shakes and base against Thomas. Whips it into his legs. Araujo tries to chase it out. Gets fed back by De La Torre. DeLima a little closer to his home. Oliveira outside. De La Torre! Polo! Fall into the carpet. He's known for his highlight saves. That one medium difficulty. And passes the test.
Good example there, by the way, of why even pressing a goalkeeper like DeLima, when you think, well, he's got the ball, maybe he's off his line, we can make something happen. If you press him and he does handle the ball, well, he's such a good passer. He's going to start
him there. Now Almeida helicopters it out.
If he handles it like he did there and he beats Esque and Esque can't get the press, well, the problem is now Esque's man's going to be open, or the man who Esque helped off is going to be open. And so now he's going to start another attack the other way. So that's the tricky part. That's why a goalkeeper like DeLima, and really this entire trio of goalkeepers, changes the way you have to play the Strykers.
Mo Guy bulldozes against Ruhi, and it ends up with Stinson. Around a minute, we'll have the official timeout. Strykers up 1-0. First quarter action, Family Arena, St. Charles.
For the ambush, you got to be a little bit concerned by the fact that you just can't control the ball right now. And when the Empire get it, they can just sit on it right now. They haven't even had to incorporate DeLima very much.
Yeah, early on Monday, ended up being an 8-6 game. 11 of the goals were scored in the second half. 8 were scored in the fourth quarter. And this is what the Strykers did for about the first 20-25 minutes when Orozco was their goalie. They later inserted Gomez, who ended up winning the game.
And what was the issue there with the ambush? They both scored 4 goals in the fourth quarter, but unfortunately the ambush already down by 2,
There's
and it
DeLima
didn't
in the
matter.
purple jersey. Giveaway. Drew He. Billiards. Yeah, baby.
Zachary Drew He! Bloomin' onions like he's urban gardening in an Outback Steakhouse parking lot.
Oh, Joey, I love when I'm wrong. I love when I'm wrong, because good things can happen when the opposing keeper comes out and he comes off his line and they're playing that aggressive. Forget what I said about pressing him and it being risky. Forget everything I said, because sometimes the mistake plays your way. I did say earlier, they might get Drew Hay to jump it. What a goal!
We're tied 1-1 on Galazzo.
Available interior work surface to work it out in front, plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
There's another one.
What a shot.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more.
Green Drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks. Learn more or try it for yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com.
First goal of the season by Zachary Drew He ties us 1-1. Drew He, Locker on the bench, head coach and owner of the St. Louis Ambush, Jeff Locker. He knows that was a big one. 1-1 after DeLima, we were talking about it. He made a mistake on the offensive end. Here he comes again.
Yeah, they're not going to shy away from him. I mean, that's your team identity. Just because the mistake happens and the part of the gamble doesn't work out. I mean, just because you bust one time on 12, Joey, doesn't mean you stop hitting. I mean, the book says keep. The book says hit. All right, so you got to hit. This is what they do. DeLima is going to be coming out. They're going to keep playing aggressive. They're going to probably get goals off of it.
Talk about aggressive. Chile on a take. DeLima slides out. Bobsleds it off of Reyes. Cleared away by De Leon. Caught up to by Oliveira. Parachutes downfield. Paulo says, I can use my head. SK dropping back through Mo. James Thomas. SK bothered in the center circle by De Leon. Gets out to Niamsi. Great shift over to Mo NDI. Mo stick in work by Aguirre.
And Mo lost the handle. There's a little bit too much sprint stick. Trigger, excuse me.
Alami has the goal officially, though. It was set up perfectly by Fabian. He's going to start to move back up board, and they're going to send on Abdul Mansoure, who scored either a fluke goal or a wonder goal for the first goal of the game on Monday, then also scored the last goal to seal the 8-6 win. What do you think about that one that wrapped around the board? Was that a fluke or was that an all-time miracle type goal?
I'll go with all-time miracle. Why not? Joey, if you don't believe in something like that, I mean, what's the point in living?
Aguirre in front of DJ Prue, our in-house tunes master, and Jeff Stalhood, our PA man. It ends up on the gold line, pulled away by Hernandez. Hernandez feed Martinez on the gold stripe and elects to keep it calm and cool. Aguirre. Hernandez off the board with Mansoure. He sends it off the cardboard, pancaked by Polo.
What a shift there by Polo Hernandez of the Strykers. I mean, two really good runs there. Both of them earned goals, but unfortunately, one of them, a great save by Paulo. The other one is an attack that died on the vine. But, man, number 8 for the Strykers really causing some problems tonight.
Low guy targeting Mansoure. Ends up dolphining up to these Empire Strykers. They are in their white kits rather than the tricolor look that they have at home. White, black, purple.
It's a good-looking white kit.
This will be the one, I think, that projects out that clean image that they are aspiring to. And we are thankful as announcers, I know. Getting these instead of the other ones. It's easier to tell the numbers. In 425.
Well, I'm always pro anything purple, Joey. It's always a good look, especially jerseys. I mean, look at the kit we got to Lima in. It's a good-looking goalie kit.
He is up the board on the offensive end. Goal is wide open. Brewhe took advantage for the only goal of the game for the Ambush. He is up top in the blue boots and the bleach hair. Oliveira 1-2ing with Berto. Palmer finds his goalie. De Lima feeds our goalie. Paulo thought about it. You cannot throw the ball into the goal. That's a rule change this year in the MASL. It's SK to Chacunte.
You know he thought about it, though. You're right.
Sure did. Perez gets in front.
Chacunte missed SK just waving for it on a tee in the middle of the field.
Araujo, who scored on Monday, leave Almeida off the board. Araujo comes jousting through. Chacunte goes down, ball goes up.
A little give and go using the wall that you can only do in the MASL. That's how you use the boards correctly. Great chance there from the Ambush. That's the kind of creation we haven't seen because they haven't had possession. But again, they're probably not going to be able to live in the possession game the way that the Empire are. So those kind of quick little stabs, that's what they need to be doing.
Palmer, John A. and Araujo working. Martinez. Fabian. Fabian blocked by Thomas. Bobsleds through. It's whipped off the board by Paulo. Martinez.
That was such a risk for the Ambush. You cannot let
Gets
Fabian.
it back. Alami wants another. Luckily, scythes it up way over the screen. Pardon, over the bar.
That second one there by Alami, a lot less risky than just letting Marco Fabian camp out on the left side there and pick his shooting time, his spot, everything. That was risky. Ambush got away with one.
Duduka won the ball. Targeted Briggs. On the wall now, Alami corkscrews, finds Reyes. Duduka has the pass, go behind him, distance and Polo leaps out, gets a hand to. Stinson, the Francis Howell Central product, stoned right on the doorstep by Paulo. Keeps us 1-1, under 3 to go, first quarter. MASL action on Galazzo.
Strykers have made a switch here. De Lima, instead of being up the line, is now back, and they got, looks like, Oliveira up the line. So a little bit more aggressive view here from the Empire Strykers.
Stinson going to work. John A. won't let him get far.
Lima's now up the boards, and they switch things around here over on the bottom of your screen. Now Oliveira has gone from the top of your right down here to the middle and the left. Watch for somebody to cut middle here, Joey.
Oliveira. De Lima, the keeper, unloads well off the mark. Paulo takes the loose change from the cash register to Thomas.
Now, Coach pointed out that Brandon Gomez is the best shooter of the goalkeepers, but apparently De Lima.
With Araujo. Palmer, last year's League Defender of the Year, comes sword fishing back. Rescued by Reyes, 90 seconds. Stolen on the clearance by Almeida. Sends it wide, sprays it off the glass. NDI had it fall. Alami gets by Quito. Alami with Stinson. Oh, Paulo!
I haven't seen something small and round get shut down like that since my Rizzler Halloween costume. Niamsi on the other side in the corner, fronted by Oliveira. We dip under 60. What a play.
The last few saves by Paulo have been absolutely world class. Only reason this game's 1-1. No, got walked
Clover
there.
selfie cam being shown on the big screen at the Family Arena. You can turn yourself into a firefighter, a police officer as we celebrate with guns and hoses tonight. Ooh, bounce, slip, and fall by De La Torre. He'll want that back. They wanted the ball back. Aguirre gets it and sends it off the STLambush.com side. Under 30, first quarter action. MASL on Golazo. Fabian. Shot by one is stopped up by Almeida. Araujo, text messages downfield. 5 seconds. SK! Short post stopped initially. Rescues it. Oh, SK! A centimeter wide. After a near miss by De Leon, SK took it down the other side of the field and almost poached a goal. We'll go to the second, though. Tied 1-1. This is St. Louis Ambush Soccer on Golazo.
Should have seen this coming. A stampede unleashed 55 years ago, built for freedom, power, and rebellion. And just when you think you know where they're going, they do something unexpected. Something that moves us all forward and holds nothing back. The all-electric Mustang Mach-E, the newest member of the family.
Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Golazo. Alex Bostavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics.
It is always close between the Ambush and the Strykers. What a great run by Will SK, generating not just one but two opportunities. We were within a whisper of taking a lead at 2-1.
Would have been absolutely huge in this home game to jump out to a lead like that. They're fighting here in the first quarter. Lost the possession battle, I'd say. To come out this with just a 1-1 tie, that looks good. But you got to watch Marco Fabian giving him shots to tee it up, even out wide, not in front of the goal. That's still risky for the Ambush. Other than that, just got to cut down on the bad turnovers. That's been the other thing.
Paulo had some highlight saves to keep it at 1-1. Now it's restarted by Perez with Aguirre. Greg Kranz on the field, MASL Soccer at the Family Arena for the first time this year. He is a police officer in the area. He's been a longtime player with the Ambush as well. And on a night where we are celebrating first responders, Kranz into the ball game. A foul assessed against the Ambush, and it's a restart pretty deep here for an Empire Strykers team. So that'll send Aguirre to the spot.
Is there any rule that he can't play in the police versus firefighters game later today, Joey? Like, is there any rule against
Guns
that?
and Hoses game?
I think they should tap him in at some point, and he should just go ringer style on him.
Stinson across the face of goal. It's Perez feeding back Fabian. North of the bar, Kranz trying to settle it down. Going at it with Hernandez. Police, firefighters, paramedics playing a game after this game. It'll be broadcast live on YouTube.
How special is that?
Guns and Hoses raising money for Backstoppers, an organization that supports families of fallen first responders. Thomas saw the open goal downfield. It'll run the length here.
Joey also getting Brian Orozco out there in between the pipes.
Orozco from Colton, California. He's the keeper now with the black mitts, and he's served all the way up the wall. Stinson comes in front of him to receive the pass.
And really, Joey, just Backstoppers. One of the best parts about St. Louis is the events around Backstoppers. Guns and Hoses, obviously a huge event in the St. Louis area, and just so special for the St. Louis Ambush and the soccer community get involved with them.
Fabian.
And obviously, Greg Kranz already very much involved. Should say he received an award recently for saving someone's life.
Kranz decorated. Fabian headed away by Paulo. Jars it to Duduca. Oliveira was at least around it. Fabian wins it. Oliveira can't keep it. Almeida.
Had a lot
Paulo intercepted by Perez with Fabian. Chipping! Oh! Just wide. Came water falling down by junction of post and bar. Fabian went lollipop mode.
Sometimes you get a little bit too fancy there, Mr. Superstar.
What a career he's had. So many highlight finishes. He's top 3 in the league in scoring this year, 35 years old. Transitions to the indoor game in the later half of his career. The final stretch you would think for Fabian, but with some of the things he's able to do. Stinson.
And Joey, we didn't highlight, but man, how about the handling of Paulo?
Martinez just out of the reach of Reyes. Araujo down.
Oh, no.
Rafa Araujo.
Oh, he's grabbing a bad part of the knee, too, Joey.
I don't know if they didn't know that it was stopped. I think Reyes was saying he played it. I think maybe the Ambush had played it out of the back. That got even more dangerous for Araujo, though. He's able to get up.
That's
all
a really
right.
good sign. That looked bad when he went down.
Mo and James Thomas with John A. SK, Ryan Quito, and Araujo. After the foul on Olami, SK off the wall, slides it Thomas. 3 minutes deep, second quarter, still tied at aces.
You can get checked into the boards here, but sometimes down to its roots, it is still soccer.
Genuflected down by Berto. Orozco comes forward as Berto guards the cavern. Mo and Di stepping fearlessly in front of De Leon. Orozco against Araujo. Both got ball. Palmer gets the ball. Reyes lets it pass through. Olami off the equator. And this is how they like to do it. Set up that half-field offense with the goalkeeper pulled up. At least this is how they like to do it in the first half on Monday.
Am I crazy, Joey? That part of my strategy against the Empire Strykers would be somebody's on the bench was the guaranteed or was the designated guy to scream the net's open whenever we touch the ball.
Palmer off the window pane. Johnny cascading all the way off the Tucano's sign. Loose change. Oh, what a save! Let's go! Oh, you have to laugh and cry. One for the ages. Orozco diving back. Ambush will end up with a free kick on the other side.
I mean, there's a lot of incredible Paulo saves tonight, Joey, but I think they all go down the list by one. That is one of the most insane, just hope saves I've ever seen a goaltender make.
Oliveira back there with him as well. Duduca
Going at it with Palmer. That's clever from Mo Guy. Mansoret in the channel. Under 11 now left in the second. Hernandez pops it over the top. Almeida with that open goal. Heads it. Now Duduka rifles it. Headed by Orozco. Man. His gaffer calls him their most confident of their 3 goalies.
Can we talk about the mindfulness? Tim realized, I mean, he was 1 or 2 steps away from being in the box, but he knew he wasn't in the box, and so he headed that one instead of touching it with his hands. That was a huge play. Man, Orozco coming here in the second quarter, replacing DeLima after the mistake in the first. What a huge string of plays he's made here between the pipes.
DeLima got the start. He's standing on the top of the bench watching as they send it in that direction to Martinez. 10:21 left in the second. Fans, the Ambush are hosting family night again this season for $125. You get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and a large popcorn. Family nights with the Ambush are being held on February 1st and March 7th. Purchase your family pack at stlambush.com/family pack. Palmer to Orozco. Kido came back now. Thomas. Jackrabbits one into the foot of Berto. It's making it a lot of fun for the fans. They are waving the guns and hoses, rally towels, and gasping with delight every time the Ambush send one down the bowling alley.
Joey, trying to do a little lip reading there. I think Coach Jeff Locker of the Ambush wants them to slow it down and try to get the long pass, the long goal on maybe the second touch after the turnover instead of the first touch.
Perhaps that's the case. Kido poking Kranz out of the center circle, and down goes Hernandez. They're looking for that goal. I wouldn't say the Strikers are doing an excellent job of taking care of the ball, but they're doing enough, at least right now. It's taking that run back by Orozco, heading one away. The giveaway, though, by DeLima led to the goal by Druhi. He scored for us. Alami scored a goal where he was standing right on the goal line. But Fabian, his wizardry set it up. Martinez operating with Stinson.
I think it says a lot, too, that the goalkeeper isn't one of these players at the back, one of these 2 or 3 players at the back who cycles the ball. They play him all the way up into the attacking third. And that, I think that just says a lot about what the mindset is of the Strikers, which is we're going to outscore you, and it's going to be by a lot of goals.
Swords one off the window. Now gets a second chance. Thomas blocks it. Fabian, back post header. Helium's up off the forehead of Perez.
Now, the plan hasn't worked out that great this Joey. They actually have a negative goal differential because they're only the second team to score more than 50 goals, but they're also one of the only teams in the top half of the league that's allowed more than 50 goals, and a lot of them because of the mistakes, because of the risk-reward style they play.
It's always tight and high scoring when these two teams meet.
That is.
Last year, it was an 8-7 victory on the turf of Family Arena. For a Strikers team that won only 3 games the whole year, they were held out of the playoffs. They've been out of the playoffs for 3 years, Ambush for 2. Right now, the Ambush, 4 points out of the playoff picture, chasing Dallas and, in reality, Utica as well. Almeida stifled slightly by Stinson. Lucas, the 10th-year man who wears number 10, gets great feet from Araujo. Lucas! Just off the Ambush sign. Reyes. Chacunte, good win. Kido, rolling. Araujo, Orozco gets the glove. Now it's Araujo. Heads it home. Ambush lead. Okay, golazo. On golazo.
The oft talked about. The oft talked about but rarely seen, beating the goalie for a header.
7.5 left in the second. Ambush up 2-1. This is MASL Soccer on Golazo. What a goal from Rafael Araujo. What a save first from Orozco.
Araujo just would not be stopped, though. Great team effort all around. Chacunte, who celebrates with Araujo in his signature fashion. It was a good play to initially win the ball. Kido on through Araujo, the veteran, makes it 2-1.
Not sure how you win the battle. 5'10", Brian Orozco against 5'9", Rafa Araujo. And, of course, the key factor in there is that Orozco can use his arms in his hands. He can go up big for it, and he's not able to. I mean, he's right on the line, so maybe his feet are on the line. So I think he could have used his hands. And so, again, you think about those moments. You always wonder if you can do it when you're a striker. You don't get to very often, or a defender, I guess. You don't get to very often, but crucial time here for the Ambush to take a lead. 2-1, 7:37 left.
Araujo, he likes playing against the Strykers. He scored in both games against them this week. Alami gets us going once again out of the official timeout, second quarter.
Yeah, I'm good to see you at the Chiron there, Joey. I'm going to call him a striker.
Orozco, a keeper who plays almost like a striker.
I mean, it's just
Once
the way
again.
they play. You watch it on film, and then you actually watch it in person. It's just, he's so far up there, and there's other players back there. We've seen aggressive keepers in the MASL, but the fact that they're going to go, no, we're going reckless abandon, and
Coach
I respect
Abbasi,
it.
in his words, I love goalkeepers.
Yeah.
He's got 3 of them
And they
on
love
this
him,
roster.
I bet.
As do we. Paulo and Jose Ogaz on the card today. We also have Puyo Cortez, who's played significant minutes this year.
Part of this is marketing, Joey. I think this is just the way to attract the best goalkeepers in the world, because what goalkeeper doesn't want to get to play like a striker?
Ooh, it gets right by his foot, Orozco. Alami. Stolen away from De La Torre. Kranz, bad touch, Orozco. Will SK!
Okay. Orozco says, oh no. SK says, yay, yay. 3-1. Ambush.
Chili Willy Este continues to pace this team in the points and goals department. A huge one there. And again, we can't stop talking about the goalkeeper handling equation, because it is breaking this game completely in the favor of the St. Louis Ambush. And again, usually it's just a turnover. We're getting another goalkeeper change, by the way, back towards De Lima. Usually this changes the game towards the Strikers, but this time completely Ambush's hands as Will Eske jumps on the self-turnover, the self-error from the Strikers.
And won the foot race against local kid Stinson.
He's always going to win that foot race.
Gives the Sightman Cancer ball to the lucky fan. We are supporting Sightman Cancer Center on March 2nd with our Kick Cancer game here at the Family Arena. That game rescheduled after being postponed from January 5th, when there was a monstrous snowstorm that descended on the entire Midwest. Rayleigh bumps it over the top. Taduka gave it a chase, thanks to our partners with Sightman Cancer Center. Fabian de Mansoret, crossfield de Leon. Sprays wide, corralled easily by Fabian. Well, now they're keeping De Lima in the back. Martinez, bumped by Kido, goes down right about the gold line. It'll be set up in that area for a Strikers team that finds itself dealing, well, not only with a 3-1 deficit, but with having given up the last 3 goals.
Again, usually it breaks in their favor. They're going to allow some goals on it. They take that risk into the equation. But usually it helps their offense produce enough looks, enough shots, as we talked to the coach about before the game.
Talk about a shot, Fabian.
But so
Almeida,
far,
on a team that values block shots as much as anyone in the league.
So far, Joey, this game's 1-1.
Mansoret bulldozing through Reyes.
2-1.
That's pretty. Parabola. 5:38 left in the second. Give it up. These goals have been works of art so far tonight.
Andy Reyes keeps the quality of the goal scoring tonight at a high level. We almost had a little chip volley over the goalkeeper from Fabian, but this time it's going to come from Andy Reyes. Great job there. Jumping on again, a mistake that the Ambush didn't have to make. This game really has been highlighted by unforced errors, and now the Ambush, unfortunately, make their really big first one, and it cost them a goal. Now just a 1-goal lead here with 5:33 left to play.
Reyes does the scoring. Chukunte on the wall against Mogai. Back to James Thomas, pestered by Hernandez. Leaks away from De Lima. Guy helps get it out. De La Torre emails it into space.
And Reyes,
SK.
just his second goal of the season, had contributed 7 assists coming into this game. So knocking on the doors of becoming just the third striker to hit that double-digit point mark. Right now, the big scorers Stinson and, of course, Marco Fabian, the only ones with that distinction in the Strikers roster.
De Lima worming his way up the right side again. They've got the goalkeeper back in offensive territory. 4:47 left in the second. Ambush 3, Strikers 2.
Playing on this side of the gold line, though, Joey, instead of all the way up in the attacking third.
Yeah, he's just creeping across the equator. Oliveira wins it against John A. Ambush Strikers, Golazo. Thanks for being with us. We know we've got a lot of fans in California watching tonight, and certainly our hearts go out to all affected by the fires in California. There was a moment of silence before the game here today at Family Arena in remembrance and appreciation of all of the first responders on a first responder night in St. Louis. Duduka, big time win. Toe poke SK off the wall, the latest goal scorer, thwarted by Fabian, who then steals a pass that doesn't count. Perez sending Duduka down right by the video review and penalty box area.
Credit Perez, that's not easy to send Duduka down like that.
Not at all.
I mean, leverage game, still he got lower than him, but woof. It's hard to move Hulk like that.
Mo trying to find him. Unfortunately, he stays in Bruce Banner mode as it gets all the way to De Lima. Stinson tries his luck. Mo, who's been phenomenal blocking shots this season, gets the noggin to it. We drip under 4. 3-2 ambush after falling behind early. On a goal by Alami, set up by Fabian. Ambush responding in excellent fashion. Druhi, Araujo, SK on the scoreboard. Martinez to Stinson. Played with the ambush now 8 years ago. De Lima clips it off the glass. It's pulled down by Stinson skillfully. And Kranz, I'm sure, very familiar with him. Both grew up in the St. Louis County area. Berto. Pocket knifing with De Lima. Under 3 now.
Ambush defense to watch out. They've given the Strikers areas to attack in these pockets in the corner. Just a high corner right here. Here's De Lima in one of them.
To De Lima, back inside. Reyes wants another, he'll get it.
I mean, see, that's the problem
Pretty
when
stuff.
you leave that kind of space. De Lima's just able to take the ball right up into that space, and that's when the defense, because no one's man marking him, the defense all collapses. You get multiple bodies collapsing on De Lima, and that leaves an obvious man coming right up the middle to get just his 3rd goal of the season for Andy Reyes.
Reyes has scored the last 2, and it's a nice little find from De Lima. Relatively simple finish. Reyes is hot, and he is the man who's tied this game at 3-3. Fans, on Friday, February 28th, the Ambush are taking on Utica City FC. It's Star Wars night with the Ambush, so come on out early and get your photo taken with over 24 characters. It's also Siteman Cancer Center's bobblehead giveaway. The Ambush hasn't started with us yet. The Ambush has not yet shared who is on those bobblehead dolls, but rumors are it is a real fan favorite. So come on out February 28th, Family Arena. Get those tickets at stlambush.com. JT, Axel against De La Torre, corkscrewing, SK just over 2. Level ground, Mogai. Rayleigh, a long-time blast, just acquired from Baltimore. Chukunte, a former Dallas sidekick and Texas outlaw, also just signed by an Ambush roster that's been in flux. One of the real stalwarts, SK, with a couple other stalwarts, and Thomas and Briggs. John A., Chili Willie's brother. Bad giveaway, Hernandez, though. Make sure it doesn't burn us. Almeida, the 10-year man with the Ambush. Briggs. It's a pop off to the side after serving forward. John A. from Polo. Ends up on his knees and hands. Mo Guy, a little shrug of the shoulders. Almeida with $1.18 left in the change jar. Stick with us at halftime. Alex Bostavansky will catch you up around the action for the MASL, and then we will have stats and scores from around the league, highlights, and more. Plus, we've got Ashton Fry with Paulo Nascimento, played out of the back. Berto stifled by John A. Araujo to Almeida. Couldn't quite get the lariat around it the way he wanted it. Guy pocket picked Araujo. Stolen by Hernandez with Guy. Perez, 45 seconds. Tied 3-3. Berto. Oliveira slicing to Perez. Here comes De Lima up the right side. Oliveira under 30. Oliveira and De Lima kind of switch up the board. Ciro Oliveira, who opened his league account on Monday, one of the 8 scored by the Strikers. Triangulated back. De Leon had a chance late in the first quarter. Wanted De Lima there, gets under his foot. Almeida to Mo, 5 seconds. Greg Kranz with the goalie scrambling back. Chip in! And it does end up high. After 30 minutes, it's the ambush, 3. It's the Strikers, 3. It's MASL soccer for the first time ever from the Family Arena on Golazo. A great game between 2 teams looking to make a playoff push. We'll have more when we come back in St. Louis, Missouri. This is a presentation of the Major Arena Soccer League on Golazo.
It's time to raise a little hell. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Saturday, March 1st, the Family Arena. With special guests, Molly Hatchet and the Georgia Satellites. This is the farewell tour of the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
And keep your hands to yourself.
Tickets on sale now at the Carroll House Furniture box office, located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster.
Available interior work surface to work it out in front. Plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.
Should have seen this coming. A stampede unleashed 55 years ago. Built for freedom, power, and rebellion. And just when you think you know where they're going, they do something unexpected.
Something that moves us all forward.
And holds nothing back. The all-electric Mustang Mach-E.
The newest member of the family.
Go!
Shoot! It's goal!
What's going on, everyone? This is the MASL in 5. I've got to get you caught up on everything that's gone down in the league over the past week in just 5 minutes. Let's go.
And it is the last shot of the power play. But now Costa's got a shot to Childs! The shot pass! The hat trick! Who did it? He did it! The captain, Craig Childs! That's who!
It was a clash of the Titans on Wednesday as Kansas City visited San Diego. The Comets were undefeated in regulation time. No longer, though. Craig Childs had a hat trick, and San Diego prevailed 7-4 in that contest. St. Louis nearly pulled off the upset of the season in Chihuahua. They led 9-7 against the Savage in the fourth quarter until Chihuahua got the comeback going and ended up prevailing in the contest 11-9. Now, Frank Taiu had 4 goals in that game. A few days later, though, a bombshell. St. Louis posted on its Twitter account that Taiu had left the team. The Ambush then suspended Frank for conduct detrimental to the team and failure to meet contractual obligations. An unfortunate situation as the Ambush lose a superstar. We will keep you up to date as we find out more. Dallas are really turning heads this season. They faced Empire last weekend and dropped them 7-6. The Sidekicks improved to 3-4, and they are currently in the 8th and final playoff spot. Baltimore continues to roll right along. They have looked like a contender this year. They dropped Utica 5-4 last weekend to improve to 6-1. They have now defeated Utica in 3 straight games. Milwaukee also continues to impress. They were all over Texas like a bad rash last week, taking down the Outlaws 14-5. The Wave enter this weekend tied for second with just 1 loss on the season. Finally, a campaign that started out with so much hope in Tacoma is rapidly losing steam. The Stars hosted San Diego on the 10th and suffered their 6th straight loss, falling 9-5. Okay, Commissioner Keith Tozer joined us on MASL Monday to announce the Capelli Commissioner final 2 picks for the upcoming All-Star game. Gordy Gerson got one of the nods. Solid as usual, Gordy is this season. 5 goals, 2 assists for 7 points. Joey Tavernese got the other nod. He is having a resurgent, unreal season for the Harrisburg Heat. 15 points so far this campaign, 12 goals and 3 assists. And of course, it all culminates at the MASL All-Star Game, February 12th in Utica, New York, on that beautiful turf, the league's best, going toe-to-toe. We cannot wait. Players of the week now, Willie B picking up the honor again in goal. Defensively, Jesus Pacheco, and offensively, Ricardo Carvalho of the Milwaukee Wave as well. Ricardo wrecking shop against Texas. 6 points in that single game, 3 goals and 3 assists. Defensively, Pacheco, great against Utica. 2 blocks to go along with also 2 big goals to help lead the Blast to the win over the Blues. And in goal, Willie B, so good all season long. 12 saves against the Texas Outlaws, and he even chipped in offensively with 1 assist. Okay, time now for the plays of the week.
Give and go, Hernandez looking for a lane in the corner, gets it back. Great feed from Hernandez.
Comets all of a sudden getting some space to operate. Marquez off the board.
Wallace scored himself, huh?
Oh, what a pretty goal. Rion Marquez.
En la media cancha de la posesión. Balón filtrado. Va a llegar solo Varela. Goal!
Everyone moving around. Pass goes through. It's tapped home at the back post. Gersten scores. And Utica City right back in it. As here's Welly Bramusi. And Welly steps to his left side and plays it off. Pacheco scores. Jesus Pacheco.
Restart. Plays it across Huffman, shot, and we got a goal by Ian Bennett here tonight to make it 4-0.
Algo de ventaja. Allá viene la pelota para Miguel Ángel Díaz. ¡Ah, qué buen trazo le puso por ahí! ¡A todo! ¡Un gol!
Chance to play into the corner. And the shot off the crossbar. What a chance. Did that one get in? It did from Alami off a great feed
And of course, all throughout the MASL season, you can stay up to date on everything that's going down in the league by checking out its official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
Restore Chesterfield is the official wellness and recovery center for your St. Louis Ambush. We offer cryotherapy, IV drips, hyperbaric oxygen, and so much more. Bring your ticket stub and receive one free core service. See you soon, and go Ambush!
The wait is over. The 2025 MASL season is here. Bigger and better than ever. Get ready for high-speed action, jaw-dropping goals, and fierce competition as your favorite teams battle it out on the field. With intense rivalries, unforgettable moments, and new stars rising, the MASL delivers excitement every week. Get your tickets now and be part of the excitement, because this season, the action is non-stop.
Hi, my name is Ashton Fry, and I'm here with St. Louis Ambush goalkeeper Paulo Nascimento, number 17. You have been playing with the St. Louis Ambush since 2017, coming from playing professional futsal in Brazil. How has this major life change been for you?
It's 8 years from now. Everything has been good. I think the major change is my family. My son, my oldest son, he's on college now. I have another kid, 3 years old, so I would say pretty much like American life. I coach. I have been enjoying my journey so far.
And you're one of the top goalkeepers in the MASL, and you've played over 100 games. How do you keep in top physical shape?
Probably off-season helps me a lot. I'm a goalkeeper coach, academy goalkeeper coach for St. Louis Scott Gallagher, and I'm lucky enough to be on the field like every single day. So I do lifting, I try to eat very healthy, and of course training, practice. I like it, enjoying like specific training. We have James Swanner behind us to give us some advice, one of the best goalkeepers in the history. So I'm lucky enough to have everything like set up for my success.
And one of my favorite things about you is your incredible ball skill and the shots that you have during the game, which a lot of keepers don't have. How did these skills come about?
Playing futsal, and I play field player as well when I was growing up in Brazil. Then I think coaching, like coach goalkeepers, that's my routine, like shooting, keeping, like finishing. And I like to play with my feet. I enjoy, so when I have like free time, usually I play as a field player, and just for fun. And I think it helps a little bit.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today. My name's Ashton Fry, and this was a talk with St. Louis Ambush goalkeeper Paulo Nascimento.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play. The wait is over. The 2025 MASL season is here. Bigger and better than ever. Get ready for high-speed action, jaw-dropping goals, and fierce competition as your favorite teams battle it out on the field. With intense rivalries, unforgettable moments, and new stars rising, the MASL delivers excitement every week. Get your tickets now and be part of the excitement, because this season, the action is non-stop.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X. Subscribe today to MASL TV on YouTube. You'll find game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, highlights, and more.
The Stan Musium, Veterans Memorial Bridge in St. Louis, Missouri, where the St. Louis Ambush are tied 3-3 with the Empire Strykers at the Family Arena. Joey Zanaboni, Matt Rocchio with you on Golazzo. Marco Fabian on Golazzo as well with Alami linked up for the first goal, but Zach Druhi got a careless giveaway from DeLima, the keeper, in the ambush end, and Poole cued it home. Araujo wouldn't be denied twice. What a golazo that was for Araujo. He scored in both games this week against the Strikers. SK, he always scores. Our all-star made it 3-1 briefly for the ambush. Then Andy Reyes paraboled one over a sliding Paulo and then said, this time more of a straight laser, but slices it by Paulo's mid to make it 3-3. That's where we stand at half. The Strikers team, they like to pull the goalkeeper up and play 6-on-5. It has made for a slow-moving and yet somewhat high-scoring game.
Absolutely, Joe. If you look at kind of the scoring breakdown, the ambush lead the Strikers 2-1. If you talk about goals directly contributed by or because of the Strikers' goaltending strategy. On the other hand, the ambush are down 2-1 in open play, where the Strikers have consistently outplayed them tonight. The big thing here, though, is what head coach Jeff Locker said about the ambush before the game, Joey. Grind it out start to finish.
Other numbers on the screen for you. Biggest one I see, 6-0 on block shots. Yep. Ambush have done a great job with that this season. Strikers are out shooting us, but we are level at 3 apiece. First of 2 games at the Family Arena tonight. We've got our Guns and Hoses game featuring police versus EMTs and firefighters. That's going to start within a half hour of this one going final. Jeff Locker watching as Araujo gets ready to restart us in the second half on Golazzo. Araujo canals it back, and let's go at it again. Final 30 of a 3-3 tilt. SK tries to zoom up the sideline, pulled away by Stinson. De Leon avenue out past Axel Chacunte. De Leon to the gold line, cut off by SK. Wanted Araujo up board, wins the ball, digs it back to Paulo instead. And Christian Briggs. Araujo, good flick on. It's DeLima who starts this half and goal for the Strikers. Gets out on that. Stinson against SK. Oliveira with DeLima still in the defensive half.
Alami. Fabian. De Lima to Oliveira. Fabian down the right wing. Pass just behind Alami. Shakunte nutmegging Stinson. Stolen away by Palmer. Stinson ends up back with it. Scissors by Almeida. Left-footed shot. Not on frame. Paulo leaping at it. Alami. Through Arayujo to Fabian! Stopped by the sternum of Paulo. Fabian vacuumed up. Stinson hits Fabian in the back of the leg. Shakunte across the equator. Arayujo won't get to that. Teams will take advantage and change.
Man, Marco Fabian, an absolute cannon. Like Coach Obasi said, he's the most impressive shooter of a soccer ball he's ever seen. Just watched him go off in practice. It's unbelievable.
De Lima 2 minutes into it with his right foot off the wall. Fabian!
There it is.
What a goal from Marco Fabian. Precise. Right on the cement.
Low
to the
skipping
low
volley.
corner.
Left foot into the low corner like you're saying, Joey. An absolutely surgical strike from the man with a scalpel-like left foot. I mean, that is absolutely pinpoint.
Surgical
What a
work.
goal.
And it started with the keeper, so they've stuck with the strategy, though they can go away from that style of play. Fabian with his 14th goal of the season. By the way, he really should have 2. It was Alami who poked it in off the line in the first quarter. That was the opener, and that was the only time that the Empire Strykers led. It was 1-0, then the Ambush scored 3 straight. Now it's 4-3. Strykers their second lead of the game as John A. commits the foul.
To your point, you'll be able to see our friends Wallace Scora putting that one up as De Lima hammered that one off the wall, fell onto the foot, skipped onto the foot, we should say, of Fabian, and then, again, that perfect left-footed strike off the bounce.
A Wallace Scora and a Fabiano Scora?
A goal Scora, a Wallace Scora, a Fabiano Scora. It's a trifecta Scora.
The ultimate. Fabian getting going in this one after being held in check Monday in the Empire area, the Inland Empire area in California. 40 minutes from Los Angeles. Martinez muscles it upfield, paid a price for it.
Ambush were one bounce away from getting an easy tying goal there. But unfortunately, the ball caromed the other way. Excuse me.
About 3 into it now in the third. Strykers setting up with Oliveira, Druhi in the neighborhood. Reyes, who's got 2 goals. The lead-all scorers tonight, plays it back to him. Aguirre with De Lima by his own bench on the other side of the field. That goal is still open. And for an Empire team that has had more success this season than they've had in a few years, playing a style that is probably the most goalkeeper-centric in the league. Last time they were on the road, they lost a 1-goal heartbreaker to Dallas. Reyes wanted De Lima. Now De Lima sprints back as the Ambush get ready to set up on a free kick. Now Paulo might get involved on the offensive side as well. Goes long. Aguirre, not pretty off his chest. SK, in for the take. De Leon spins it Alami. Alami pulled down from behind by Niamsi. And for the first time, the Avatar card comes out.
Wow, that was a quick card.
First power play of the evening incoming. And it'll belong to the Strykers after Frenchie's foul and penalty.
This is risky, Joey, because your man down, number 33, Marco Fabian, comes onto the carpet, and now he's going to get a bunch of chances. And you give him enough chances, let's say 3 in the next 2 minutes. Smart money says he buries one. or somebody buries one off a rebound that he has.
They go to a sixth attacker in the form of Berto Palmer, who
you got
feeds with Fabian.
You just have to respect the way that this team coaches and plays this game. This game is about attacking football. It's about attacking soccer in the indoor game. And the Strikers say, listen, that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it. Second highest scoring team again. But again, also one of the few teams with over 50 goals allowed. And I love this so much. Throw caution to the wind. Give the fans something to see.
2 for 12 on power plays so far this year. They did score on the power play Monday.
By the way, of course, the thing I'm talking about, what the fans want to see is Mr. Palmer in an orange jersey. Hello.
Roberto Palmer. He does have the most ever shorthanded goals in the MASL.
Wow.
He's been a multi-time defender of the year. Fabian with his team on the power play. Hits it off of Briggs. Good block. Ambush have had plenty of those. That's not really the game for the Strikers. Pushed up in the offensive end.
We used to play a game.
$1.10 left on the power play.
Me and my friends used to play a game of ping pong called Welts. Did you ever play that game of ping pong?
I missed that one, unfortunately.
Where after you would score points, you would get to hit the ping pong ball as hard as you could at the other person's back and try to cause him to have a welt. I feel like Fabian could play that game with a soccer ball.
Leon off SK. Pinballs off Reyes. Momo Guy pokes it with the head.
We're going to count the welts that Fabian gives ambush players in his power play. That's 2 on the first possession.
Well, Momo gave Mo a welt perhaps with an elbow to the side of the head. And Mo Ndiaye, a former Empire striker, now in his second stint with the ambush, able to rise to the feet. Good chance to clear and burn away a little more of this 52-second shorthanded ambush push. Taduka getting pushed by Reyes. And another chance. Ambush want to push down on the pedal a bit. Exactly 10 to go in the third. Power play for Empire. They lead 4-3 in the box. Will Niamsi. Mo with SK sneaking up the board across the field. Chile representing us in Utica at the All-Star game February 12th. Wisely feeding Paulo to Duca. Oh, that's pretty. Through Stinson's cricket wickets. Well done by Mo. SK still short-handed. Gets by De Leon. He scores! Oh, Will SK! Again! What a play!
How did he get the ball through those 2 defenders? I don't think even he knows how he did it, Joey. What an incredible goal by Will Eske. We're not up at 4, short-handed. I don't believe it. Roberto Palmer, eat your heart out. What a move by Will Eske. What a finish.
Got through somehow De Leon, and SK, as he's known to do.
There's no way he did that on purpose. There's no way that little move to beat the defenders was on purpose.
Went
he
top
kicked
shelf.
It up in the air, went off his chest.
And talking about good moves as well. Duduka keeping that ball and
keeping
sending
it
it
alive.
out. Oh, that was wonderful. 4-4, and still about 15 seconds left shorthanded for the ambush. Trying to keep it DC level, Stinson.
Those are the
Gave it a hot shot. Paulo got the mitt to it. Alami tries to chase it down. And ultimately, Strikers will commit a generous foul. 5 seconds left till Niamsi returns.
Those are dribbling and ball controlment movements number 1 and 2 on the ambush's entire season this year. The way that Taduka handled the ball, the way that SK just sliced through the defense and then finished that one. Unbelievable.
Mo lifts it out. Niamsi comes out of the box in the referee's crease. Taduka being pulled down. Goes quick with Frenchie. Up the wall. Frenchie. Oh, stopped by De Lima. Niamsi, who has a game winner inside of 90 seconds left in regulation at the Family Arena this year. On kind of a similar run. Cut off by De Lima. 9 minutes left in the third. Shorthanded goal, the second of the game for SK, has tied us 4-4.
I just can't. I mean, the fact that the ambush went that power play and ended up +1 on that kill, unbelievable turn of events, Joey.
Maybe rescuing the game before he could get away, De Leon. Pulverizes it off glass. Olami in the corner. Swarmed by Mo Ndiaye. Martinez tried to get to it. Great work. Mo went to the ground. Araujo and SK threading out. Ambush looking for a lead. Niamsi slowed up by Martinez. On the ground, clock works it away. De Leon from a tight space to Alami. Cut off by Mo, keeps it to De Leon. It's 2-on-1. Fabiano Paulo! Again on Fabian! Paulo Nascimento! Rejecting things like a flat earther at a Copernicus look-alike contest. On the other side, Momo Guy hoping to win it in transition. Authors one to the fans instead. We've got the official timeout.
Joey,
here in the third.
92 team goals, 4 shorthanded coming into this game.
4-4 at Family Arena.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. The MASL All-Star Game is headed to Utica, New York on February 12th, 2025. Follow the MASL on social media for updates on tickets, rosters, and more.
Halfway through the third. Tied at 4 is because of a very rare MASL shorthanded goal. One of the few, precious few that have been scored this season. Quito restarts us. Pulled away by Momo Guy. Stinson. Quito and Almeida confront him. Almeida gets it away, and Quito swarmed in the corner. Stinson yanks it away to Duca off glass. Paulo will pick it up. Matt, you were saying that's such a rare thing.
94th game of the MASL season playing out in front of you right now, Joey. That is the 5th shorthanded goal of the entire season across the entire league.
And to think we started the 90-plus games right here on November 29th against KC. John A. unleashes into the chest of DeLima.
And DeLima really shows you can be great at multiple things. Obviously, great goalkeeping today. Also, really chipping in on the offense.
Araujo has played well. Clogged the getaway there for Empire. They get it back. DeLima's throw.
Araujo went in hard there.
And Araujo.
Yeah, he's going to get a card. I mean, he can't.
It'll be a yellow. We'll stay 5-on-5.
He went in hard. He went in low. He ain't happy either.
And Jeff Locker shrugging shoulders at this refereeing crew.
I get that call. It's a stationary play against the boards, and Araujo went in pretty tough.
Rich Grady is the senior referee. Kyle Armstrong is the ref, and this is going to be Palmer who restarts it.
The good news is we stay 5-on-5. There's no advantage here for a Strikers team that had the power play that yielded the shorthanded goal.
Well, they create their own advantage, Joey.
With that goalie pulled up, you're absolutely right. It is always playing 6-on-5. Perez, Briggs gets in the way. Hit it into Almeida, still loose Oliveira. And corrals it off the pane. Looped out toward Druhi. Berto wins it for Fabian. Tracks it in the back. 6 minutes left, third quarter. 4-4 after we went to half 3-3.
Like we said, very first thing that Jeff Locker told us, grind it out from start to finish. And so far, game's been even almost the entire step of the way on the scoreboard and on the field.
Just wide by Perez, now Fabian! Rejected Almeida in front of that as a human stick.
Next thing Jeff Locker told us was the work rate's got to be there, and the defensive work rate has been there for the ambush. Look at that. The plays give up behind, but the recovery. 3 different ambush bodies covering that side of the goal, taking it away from Fabian.
Berto, who was born in Kingston, Jamaica. Hometown after that was Kansas City, Missouri. Gives back to a fellow Missourian in Stinson. Right foot, pulling through traffic. Berto still in the area. He golfs it across the mouth. The goal wide. Perez.
I can't believe they let him get away with that kind of contact.
There's a red hanky on the field.
Yeah, Paulo's down from it.
Flag from the KC bench. Paulo kept it out of the goal with the mitts, catching the ball, and now he has paid a price. He is down on the floor with Ogaz on his feet now in front of the ambush bench.
Got a little excited. Roberto got a little excited. You were reading his bio. He got kind of in his moment there and took out Paulo, and Almeida not happy about it, talking to the official.
We are going to have our first review of the night. Red-clad refereeing crew headed over into the box.
Paulo up. You hear a smattering of applause. And you're seeing what we're seeing right now on the replay. And, I mean,
they wanted a blue card in there.
That's a pretty egregious piece of contact inside the box against a goalie about to see a shot. I mean, Paulo's allowed to have the space there. You just can't take him out like that. I think that's got to be a call on Palmer. I mean, Paulo doesn't step into Palmer. Paulo establishes space, and then Palmer takes him out in that space. That's got to be a call. You can't mince that, I don't think.
We'll see right here. Nothing doing. Good news for the ambush. No blue card missed. Again, Rich Grady is the senior referee. Kyle Armstrong is the referee. Michael Heath Jr., the AR. Matt Geringer is our fourth official. The off-field official is David Shuftan. And a little explanation for Coach Abassi on the Strikers side, 36-year-old Englishman. Good player himself. As a final word is placated. 4-4, 5:20 left in the third. Ambush versus the Empire Strykers. Fans, the Ambush are hosting family night again this season for $125. You get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and a large popcorn. February 1st and March 7th. Purchase your family pack at stlambush.com/family pack. Mo getting in the way of Alami. Stinson, who played locally as well at Lewis and Clark Community College. Reyes, the double goal scorer tonight. Ball on a leash. Keeper in the offensive end. DeLima inside the gold line in that purple kit. Stinson. Aguirre in a dune buggy to DeLima. Picked off by SK. Dudugo with the cavern open. Downfield. Wings it just wide. Reyes picks it up. John A. challenging. Goalie back on his line now. SK still going at it with Reyes. Whistle for the foul at 4:15.
Surprised they let him go to round 3 on that one. Thought we'd hear the bell a little bit sooner.
It's still 4-4. Reyes. Martinez slithering up board, step over Alami off the feet of Thomas. Quito helps get it in a lifeboat. Paulo toward the other ocean. Easy steal for Aguirre and Stinson. Stinson, who had hair at the start of the season that matched his boots, more pink, feeding it back. DeLima back in action now.
We've got a consistent diet of goals, but the game really hasn't opened up the way it did in the second half. Now, again, it really opened up in the fourth quarter on Monday night, so maybe that's when we'll start seeing the similar cavalcade of goals, but a very consistent, but I would say, not say plodding, but close to that kind of pace in today's game.
Ooh, Alami to Stinson, blocked by Rayleigh. Alami down deep. Smacks it off the wall by Druhi. There's a whistle as Paulo and Alami went down together just outside the box. This is going to be favorable for the visitors.
All right. Sure.
Paulo whistled for a foul. Just a few feet out of the side of the square, just off the range. 3:07. Restart. Empire Strykers. Reyes at the joystick. Druhi close to Paulo in the ball.
I wonder if it's going to be a pass back to Fabian at the top where he tries to thread the needle. Nope, timeout.
Or a timeout for the Empire Strykers. Coach Abassi wants to diagram this out. 4-4 ball game, 3:07 left in the third. Fans, the Ambush have some fun theme nights coming up, including Alumni Night on February 8th, Star Wars Night on February 28th, and their annual Window World mascot game featuring Bushwhacker, Louie, and Fredbird on March 9th. Get your tickets at the arena box office or at Ticketmaster.com.
Our friends, the City Refs, will be repping that game too, Joey.
Visit NASLsoccer.com or check them out on social media.
We know we have so many fans tuning in from California, and our hearts go out to everyone in California. Help those affected by the California wildfires. Donation options through redcross.org. You can also text the word Red Cross to 90999 to make a $10 donation. Ontario, which is the home of the Empire Strykers, that's about a 30-40 minute drive outside of Los Angeles. Learned so much from Philly, the doctor, and Panda, the announcing team for the Empire Strykers on Monday, about how that's affected that area. And boy, it's one of those things, our hearts, our minds with them tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, saw a report, 7,500 structures, over 4,300 homes lost. And so obviously our thoughts and prayers to anyone going through that. And obviously, like you said, it's not just the direct effect area, but there's an indirect effect around one of the largest states in the union.
Here in St. Louis, Missouri, another look for this Strykers team at a critical set piece. As he said, a slow-moving game I think is going to pick up toward the end, just as it did on Monday. Restarts so important in a game like this. At the short post, Paulo and Duduka, it looks like. SK's the top of the defense. Reyes still at the controls.
Yeah, no change in the look. Almost an identical pre-timeout look for the Strykers.
Fabian still up top. That's a shot by De Leon, sliding out. Paulo blocks it. Fell toward Niamsi, inches out to Thomas. Frenchie off the board to JT. Ambush with the lead. DeLima dashes that dream. He throws the hands out. We stay 4-4. Good take by Kido. Good work with Niamsi, but it's Aguirre. He of the one short sleeve pulls the other one up, sticks the leg in to let her open her away. In the center circle, Stinson using Aguirre on the board. Under 2.5 left in the third, still 4-4. Almeida,
double.
nice take.
Great double there.
Big Mo. Oh, Almeida! What a cheeky flick to Quito, but he goes down, did not get to it. Berto serving back to the keeper, and now Martinez. Some real estate. Run down by Kranz. Wanted a whistle, under 2. John A. with Quito. Stopped by Mansoray and De La Torre at the gold line. 148. Great chances. What a beautiful finish that should be on a highlight reel, I think, somewhere. Pardon, a beautiful flick by Almeida if he had gotten the finish from Quito.
Great passes that never were, great assists that never were, if you will.
Almeida is in the top 5 in the MASL in assists this year, led the team with 17 last year.
Sure, that's a YouTube video you could probably find, like the best.
Almeida frisbee off the head of Berto Palmer.
The best assist that didn't count in soccer history. You could probably find that on YouTube. Be a fun watch.
Abdul Mansoray fronted by sliding Almeida, squeaks one through, and Palmer jams it home.
Mansoray put him in a blender. Before you finish the walk back to the bench there, Almeida walked back and grabbed the jock. Mansoray absolutely turns him around. There he goes, flying the other way. And a great finish by Berto Palmer. Going to be another Wallace score video for you to check out later on the socials. Right off the wall, gets it right past the defense. Little assist there from the wall. The real assist goes to the man Mansoray with the moves.
Puts Empire up 5-4. Fans, wherever you are watching from, take out your phones and scan the QR code on the screen to participate in the Tucanos Family Cam. It's time to escape this cold, snowy winter environment and get to a more tropical environment. Share your Tucanos image on socials and tag STL Ambush for your chance to win tickets to an MASL game. Ambush won it right back, 50 seconds left in the third. Strykers have outscored us 2-1 in the quarter. Gritty effort from Axel. Smacked up by Momo Guy. Kind of dangerous for the fans.
It's the fun of the sport, Joey. Action's right
in
there.
In your face, literally. This is coming to the top of the bow and arrow.
Kids need to be taught hand-eye coordination, and usually I find repercussions being the best way to teach
that. Good crowd on hand as well. The Family Arena, Daduka! Dynamites it high and wide.
Delima's lucky that went high and wide, because I think if he put his hand there, it would have just
with
exploded.
30. Mo Turnino!
Tough angle to make that shot work, Joey, but I mean, the cannons on the Strykers of the Ambush coming to play right now.
Less than 20, Daduka sent rolling, no whistle. Stinson with 10. Stinson penetrating, stepping over Thomas. Stays right with him, blocks another shot. 7.9.
JT's gonna watch that.
Thomas was fired up after
that.
Yeah,
ball came down and he kicked it into the referee. He didn't hold it against him, but.
Reyes, another restart, back to Fabian, 5 seconds. Dueling against Thomas, and Thomas again. Araujo does enough to get it out. And we will go to the fourth in a 1-goal game. Paulo and Co. We'll have to be our best the rest of the way. End of 3, Strykers 5, Ambush 4. This is MASL Soccer on Golazo.
Should have seen this coming. A stampede unleashed 55 years ago, built for freedom, power, and rebellion. And just when you think you know where they're going, they do something unexpected. Something that moves us all forward and holds nothing back. The all-electric Mustang Mach-E, the newest member of the family.
Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on X. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Golazo. Alex Bostavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Disagree with a call tonight? You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Levanko and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube.
Start of the fourth. 5-4 Ambush trailing Marco Fabian and the Empire Strykers. Got the Miley Cyrus going here in the Family Arena. Just the start of a great night, featuring the Guns and Hoses game. After this goes final. Joey Zanaboni, Matt Rocchio for you on CBS Sports Golazo Network. Matt, the Ambush have played well tonight in a game that has not really been I think suited sometimes to our style. It's hard to take on a team that plays out of the back with the goalkeeper as much. What can we do to overcome the deficit and win it in the fourth?
Well, you got to continue to make them pay for the risk-reward style on the risk side of things. Like I said, they still, for the most part, are winning that battle. The Strikers have gotten a goal, maybe two tonight, from the plus play offensively of their goalkeepers, but you got to take advantage of it. You got to keep this press play up. It's been working. It's been creating opportunities, and eventually it's going to keep breaking your way.
They go with a goalkeeper chip by DeLima out of the gates. Kranzar Ujo aboard Stinson, easy take. This is one of 3 MASL games tonight. The other 2 are on MASL TV. It's in the second quarter in Milwaukee. Tacoma Stars 1, Milwaukee Wave nothing. Sidekicks in Chihuahua against the 2-time defending champion Chihuahua Savage. That'll start in just over an hour. Stinson in the back. Aguirre, Fabian has to help out. Rayleigh all over him.
How about the way that Chihuahua just uses that home field advantage? They've scored 100 goals in 9 games. The next closest is the Empire Strykers with 55.
Ambush were down there a couple of weeks ago, lost twice, but both good efforts. One of them a thriller of a ball game. The foul as Stinson sent a man down, and then there was an extra shot after the play, and that'll be a yellow card. Kranz the one who drew the foul. And I think Oliveira the one who released on the shot. It was caught by Paulo. Araujo came out of the box for that yellow card after the 5th goal of the game by Empire. Oliveira here gets the Pikachu card. He's banished for the next 5 minutes. Exile Island for Ciro Oliveira. New face for the Strikers, but certainly an effective one. Marco Fabian just hanging over the bench. His legs. He's probably the only one in the MASL who can get away with that. That's rejected to Reyes. Just over a minute into this fourth.
He's just so casually better than you.
Alami to Martinez.
That's what you get when you
ran into Briggs. Briggs is saying, hey.
When you get the name world class in front of your description of what you do for your job, the rules are different.
Once you've got that lengthy Wikipedia entry,
yeah,
everything
exactly.
changes, baby. Niamsi.
Once your table of contents
was poked away by Aguirre, headed by Thomas, wanted Duduka Mansoure.
Once your table of contents gets like that 4th Roman numeral.
We're gonna get
now
the
you're
Matt
big
Rocchio
time.
Wikipedia page going before long, trust me. Add this as one of your first lines. Broadcasted a game on Golazo.
Oh, there we go.
First time ever.
First
January 18.
It'll be up there.
DeLima.
Oh, I think he missed Mansoure cutting.
De Leon instead. And they'll slow down again with 12:45 left in regulation.
One of the reasons why this offense works so well is because DeLima causes eyes, and so they've had an open man in the opposite corner from DeLima. The majority of the game, they've been able to hit it a couple times, but man, DeLima was wide open this past time. They weren't able to hit it.
Palmer, golf shot downfield. Mansoure the intended target. Defended well by Kido. Paulo, a bit of trouble in the back. Stinson staying pesky.
Lob to Briggs. Treadmill to Thomas, loses it to Stinson. Give outside Mansoure. Oh, somehow gets to Araujo and Kido. Paulo came out to challenge. Mansoure wanted a whistle. Tweety Bird stays silent.
Oh, the miss on Palmer gets evened out.
Goes down this time. The Tweety Bird will not stay silent. De Leon, the offender.
Well, yeah, that wasn't, a makeup from earlier call.
Mo putt. Chacunte. Hernandez right there to greet him. Berto out of the back to Perez. Mo NDI. To De La Torre. Polo taps the brakes. Fabian comes off the bench. 5-4 Strykers, 11.5 left, regulation Family Arena. Chacunte. Kido opens up for it against Stinson. Wanted a pass to Mo. Steals the pass from Berto, and Mo tried to win it back. It gets fuzzled between the two of them. Stinson stolen cleanly by Niamsi. 1-2 from Kido. Goes nowhere. Kido caught in the mixer between Fabian and Stinson. Palmer settles things down. Toenail clippers by Almeida. Kido wins the ball, pass to Niamsi, stolen easily by De Leon. Spare man is Fabian, back post to him, steps by Paulo, falls, went down by a touch with a hand jamming. It ends up in the back of the goal, and yes, for Fabian. He goes down in the box and stuffs it in at the near post.
I think the only thing that could stop this from being a goal for the Strykers would be a potential handball on Fabian.
I thought he touched it in the box. Donnie Alberti and Jeff Locker both with looks of concern and disgust on the face. Ball is going back to the center circle. Official ruling is goal, but the red handkerchief has been thrown. Challenge flag on the field. It looked like he might have touched it initially, and then when he stopped, and then he got up off his knees and hit it with his toe into the goal. But on the initial bounce, when he was trying to settle the ball down and run in toward the goal with it, and then when he slipped again, both of those points, I'm sure will be looked at.
I think Oliveira is the one who tapped it in, who came in there with his foot and kind of wrapped it around. But
we'll take another look here as it was De Leon
who wrapped his foot around there. But the question is, right here, did Fabian touch it there?
And then here he comes. You're right.
I think the side of his right
might
fist
have touched it as well, but
like
did
the side of his right fist, Joey, I think is where it almost looks like he kind of cuts it with his head too. But De Leon, I think if it's a goal, De Leon should get credit. But here's a great other angle. Does he touch it here with either of his hands?
That's Rayleigh down on the floor.
I don't think he touched it, Joey.
Trying to cut it off. Rayleigh on the defense.
Ooh, this should be a good one. Great job by our video crews here.
Hanging in the balance, is it a 5-4 game or a 6-4 game in favor of the visitors?
Christopher doing a great
Fans
job
think
on
it
replay.
was a handball.
I don't think he actually handballed it. I think right here, Joe, you're going to see I think you're right. The initial fall was one option, but he didn't hit his knee. But right here, does that hit his hand right there? Does that hit his right hand?
I thought it hit him around the thumb.
I mean, if it's anywhere, it's the inside of the right hand, right on his thumb. That's the big question. That's the entirety of the question, in my opinion.
Ruling on the field again is goal, and so the scoreboard is showing 6-4 for the moment.
You got to see enough to change it, Joey. And are you seeing enough to change it if you're the man in red?
Long look. Referee is Kyle Armstrong. Senior referee is Rich Grady. Here comes your call. Goal.
Yeah.
Fans say no.
I can't disagree with this one. I didn't see a definitive piece of evidence.
Yes.
I didn't see a definitive piece of evidence that ball hit the thumb or the inside of the arm.
And it looks like, at least for the moment, it's been announced as Fabian as the goal scorer. But you're right, De Leon was in the area as well.
I think think De Leon's
get
getting
an
robbed.
official look at the stats in just a moment. 6-4, though, is the score. Only silver lining for the Ambush, who will not have another challenge in regulation, is that there's still 10-plus minutes to go, squandering the early one here as the ball is sent just over the Rob Hott's Gummies sign on the Strikers' end. Stats showing it is a goal for Fabian, his second of the game, though he's been involved directly with half of them. Set up that man Alami early in the contest. Alami having a table tennis around with Reyes. Ends up around the tunnel by the Ambush bench, 10-12. Got to get it going for St. Louis, and a lot of times early in a fourth quarter like that, that's going to mean using Paulo as an offensive player. He'll stay back for now. Their goalie, De Lima, in his purple kit. Back there, Chikute makes his life interesting. Hatcheted at the ball. They wanted a foul or a penalty. Now Reyes goes down midfield. Army rolls to the equator line. Sent by Ramirez to the fans. Almeida knows time is of the essence. Teams switching and transitioning.
One thing to look at here for the Ambush, you did score 4 times in the final frame on Monday, and so 3 here would get you a win. 2 would get you a tie, so plenty of time to keep this a game.
And the last time the Ambush won, December 28th against Kansas City in Kansas City, that was an overtime win over those Comets 5-4. Reyes lays it off. Stinson round Kido. Tight space, Almeida and Duduka compressed on him. Druhi darts off the bench. Slippage a little bit for De Lima. Still has time! Went back post, narrowly misses. Draining water off the clock. Now this methodical style of the Strikers becomes dangerous in a different way. Reyes off the leg of Niamsi. Alami. Niamsi battling him and Reyes. And whistled to a stop. Ambush will have a clearance on the restart. Foul on Reyes. 8:43 left in the fourth. Fans, do you have a group of 10 or more who want to attend an Ambush game at a discounted rate? We're here to help. Send an email to info@stlambush.com to request more info. Big Mo. Hoisting. Duduka off the glass, backing down. Win against Aguirre, who wanted to be sure he wasn't going to foul in the process. Now Paulo starts to pull up. Moendi spooning. Duduka loses it. Mansoure. Paulo gets back. Mo on the defense. Got a piece. And gets it away enough from Mansoure for Paulo to gobble.
That is one of the cleanest poke checks you'll ever see in a soccer game. I mean, he came in with a full swing, Joey. Oh.
Rayleigh loses it. Mansoure went for it. Luckily, the Tweety Bird stops it.
That was an early whistle. And Joey, the shot on goal disparity at halftime, correct me if I'm wrong, was 15-12.
I believe it was 12-8.
12-8, excuse me, 12-8. It's 27-12 now in favor of the Strikers. So they have outscored them 15-4. Yeah, you were quicker on the map than me. 15-4.
There's another number here that's popping to our attention. 6. That's how many the Ambush had on the field. Blue card has just been assigned to the Ambush. Oliveira is let out of the box. But that was just for a yellow card. It was 5-on-5. Oliveira, after serving his penalty, comes out of the box, and the Ambush have to send a man into the box. Araujo looking like he will serve it.
And then the Strikers will go the full Monty again, 6-on-4. With the
Palmer,
extra attacker.
With that orange jersey on, you can't miss him.
Of course, it bit him last time.
He's the all-time shots blocked leader in the MASL. And he can play on the offensive end. He's the kind of guy you like out there when you're in this situation because you think he can scramble back. Looks like we'll take the official timeout before the start of the power play. Strikers 6, Ambush 4, MASL Soccer on Golazo.
Clint Black in concert. Clint Black, an incredible night featuring some of his greatest hits. Saturday, April 12th, 7 p.m., the Family Arena. Clint Black in concert. Special guests Ruby Lee and Emily Ann Roberts. On sale now at the Carroll House Furniture box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Don't miss Clint Black.
Restore Chesterfield is the official wellness and recovery center for your St. Louis Ambush. We offer cryotherapy, IV drips, hyperbaric oxygen, and so much more. Bring your ticket stub and receive 1 free core service. See you soon, and go Ambush!
.736 left on the clock in regulation. Strykers 6, Ambush 4, a critical 2-minute power play upcoming after a self-inflicted error by the Ambush. Strykers will go to the power play, and they will make it 6-on-4 in the outfield part of the Axios Field Family Arena turf. Joey Zanaboni, Matt Rocchio with you. What a game to call on Galazzo. Marco Fabian, part of the Strykers outfit. He's become a star in the MASL after his illustrious United States Philadelphia Union stint many years ago in the MLS. Great to see him back stateside. He's played in Europe, Mexico, all over the world. Former Philly Union bringing it up. Berto is switching over to De Leon. Got to kill the penalty here. Ambush have scored a shorthanded goal. In fact, that's our last goal in this game. Chili Willie authored that. Mo, Briggs, Chakunte, and Niamsi, the defense. Fabian. De Leon through the box. Oliveira off of Exile Island now, playing back through Berto with 1:10 left. De Leon rings it off the post. Slashed it, far post, got it by Paulo. Luckily, the pink was friendly. Under a minute now left on the kill for an Ambush team that need to complete the stand. Less than 6.5 to go in regulation. Oliveira to Alami. The Moroccan give back. Fabian blocked by Briggs. Comes down Stinson. Pass behind Oliveira. Axel to safety. Berto doesn't let it get all that far. 25. De Leon. Corner Alami. Marco up top. Hot shot, too high. Chakunte, remember nobody's in goal, goes around using the wall. Fabian emergency defense, 5 seconds. Number 5, Alami, with us about to get back to 5-on-5. Araujo out of the box. Fabian, a shot, Polo diving over. De Leon had it squeezed to him. Araujo with the goalie coming out of the bench and toward the goal. Hits it just wide, chases down the rebound, runs through him, and scores! Rafa Araujo! Ram it home, baby!
Talk about grinding the game out, grinding a goal out. Rafa Araujo doing it the dirty way, but finding a way to get it done. Denied on this long shot here. Just barely the man faster than the ball, just a little bit off, but that time he outruns the veteran Marco Fabian. The two men who were gonna have to lead the way in the attack. And Araujo says, I got a chance to lead him right here, and he let him right through the chest.
2
of
goals
De
in the
Lima.
game. And they've come against two different keepers. Orozco and him had a memorable moment when he scored to make it 2-1.
Great
Now
point.
he and DeLima have a memorable one as well. Well, a whole new ball game after killing that penalty. And Araujo, fresh out of the box, stamps another one in for an Ambush team that needs a win.
I'll tell you what, DeLima listed at 6'2", probably would have won the earlier battle with Araujo, but there was no way any goalkeeper on this roster was winning the battle against Araujo in that moment. I mean, a freight train with a 21 on its chest.
We've scuba dived under 5, and DeLima makes a mistake in the public park. Neutral zone infraction from him, going at it. Araujo starting to take over this game. He will be the one who takes the free kick. Gets it back from Lucas. And Paulo pulled up. Ambush still need one more. Almeida lofting over the head of Duduka. That'll stop the clock at 4:18.
Still need to get one more back, Joey.
Polo, crossfield for Fabian.
And at some point, you're going to have to score a regular goal.
Quito doing some jostling, had a hand around the hip of Aguirre. Foul on him, 4:06. Strykers 6, Ambush 5. It was 3-3 at half, 3-2 so far in the second half. We've got
seen a normal goal from the Ambush yet tonight. We got 2 off the
a
goalie.
lot of great finishes.
2 off the goalies, mistakes. You got the shorthanded goal. You got that one by Araujo. That's 4. I'm missing 1.
All of them have been memorable. SK had one toward the end of that first half as he broke loose. Araujo had the one before that. Drewy saw an opening.
I'm missing 1.
DeLima. Nice work by Polo against Fabian. Almeida slides it, stolen by Polo. Mansoure. Fabian off the wall. 3:20. Lex in the city writing in on X, saying, loving the energy on Golazo today, lads.
Oh, I like the use of lads.
Big energy here. De Leon keeps it from the gold stripe. Paulo rides the escalator up, knocks it down. Fabian feeding De Leon. Kneed away by Paulo, border of the box.
A rare win by the goalkeeper. When he made the first move, he went down to his knees. Usually that's when the attacker can take advantage and place their shot. What a save by Paulo. What a night by Paulo.
Reach back by Mo, stepping over. Polo gets a little piece of it. Now Hernandez pries it off the wall. Wanted to go quick. Now tries to get it to De Leon. He was headed off. SK pokes it away. John A goes back to the bench. Ambush get it under control. 2.5 left.
Thought Mo might have tweaked something early, but he's still up there in the attack. Him guarded by Berto right there in the middle.
Christian Briggs gets it back in the cereal bowl.
Paulo decided he wanted to get in on the action a little bit.
Using him as the 6th attacker. Araujo. Polo and Chikute. Now Briggs as we drip to 2. Chikute again. In front of the complete auto body and repair sign. Text message back, Briggs. Mo and JT in the D. Pass those stolen by Berto Palmer. Off the wall to himself. Hoist outfield. A lot of spin on it. Luckily, it ends up across the box. 1:45, still a 1-goal game.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who was paranoid about that, Joey. I was like, this thing might have enough spin to bounce back towards the goal line.
A lot of English on it.
Oh.
A lot of it. About 90 seconds left. Ambush went the equalizer. The goalie, Paulo, goes down against Stinson. Pincers the ball between his legs. It's whistled to a stop. He'll at least have a chance to go back into the goal now. 83 ticks. And the clock does start. Ambush scrambling off the bench. Oliveira forward, Alami. The Omsi disrupting. Gets it off of the range. 69 seconds. Corner. The Omsi going down with Alami. Squirts out to Oliveira. Nice work by Rayleigh to get a pitchfork on it. Stinson as we get under a minute. 60th minute action on Galazzo. Final minute action. It's a whistle and a foul against the Strykers as Quito goes down against Stinson. 56. Strykers 6, Ambush 5, and the St. Louis Ambush will take a timeout.
A lot of games, Joey, this season for the Ambush have been close, have been right there, have been, you know what, in retrospect, that was a good effort. Hey, look at that. You know, usually the Chihuahua outscore their teams by 7 goals, and you only lost by 3. You got a minute to stop all the gilding the lily and come away with just a hard-earned W. You got a minute to score a goal, force overtime, and get one of the biggest wins in the last calendar year. Can you do it? Bottom line.
It would be a great way to start the 2025 schedule at Family Arena because of that postponement earlier in the month against Dallas. This is the first home game for the Ambush in the new year. Fans keeping the hope alive as Jeff Locker and his coaching staff huddle the Ambush up.
I mean, what a game by Paulo, too, Joey. 30 shots on goal by the Strykers, just 14 by the Ambush. And this is just a 1-goal game with 1 minute left to play.
Celebrates
a lot of that. You got to go to the man.
40th birthday in June.
And he doesn't look like he's a day over 26, and that's how he got the nickname, the Brazilian Rob Lowe.
Considered to be one of the top 5 nicknames in all of professional soccer. Paulo has been very good to keep this team in the game. He's faced just a deluge of shots from a Strykers team that has kind of shot itself in the foot a few times. They've given the Ambush a couple of opportunities, especially with that goalie out, to put something home. There's a shorthanded goal. Still, though, the Strykers lead at 6-5. Ambush will have to go the length of the field with the Phil Collins coming in the air tonight. Mo measures to Almeida. Paulo, the 6th attacker.
Much like Phil Collins in this song, Joey, but the Ambush have some dramatic beats left in there.
James Thomas from Araujo. Only question, was it tipped? Evidently no. Ambush have not really used Will SK much in this 4th quarter. SK is on the bench, often the 6th attacker. Ambush get a restart. Paulo of 2 minds, he's pulled out of the goal. After the interception, under 30, Mansoure giving Martinez. That should be the ball game.
Randy Martinez. And that all stems from a miscommunication for the Ambush in the worst possible time. It starts with Mo NDI trying to get a quick restart when Paulo's up the field. He's not ready for the quick restart. Mo NDI tries the quick restart, turns the ball over. Then the Ambush at that point are completely on their heels. No one covers the far backside wing, which has been an open spot the entire night for the defense. We've been talking about it. We've been pointing out there's no one there on the backside wide open wing. And that's where the goal is generated, or that's where the goal is found, that's where it's scored, and that's where the nail in the coffin goes against the Ambush with 24 seconds left in this game.
Randy Martinez from Mansoure after a bad giveaway. Now Mo tried to send it through to Almeida. Paulo on the way out fouls Mansoure. Dozen seconds left. It's a blue card against Paulo, so Ogaz will have his chance. Tonight, the backup goalie already off the bench as Paulo will spend the final 12 seconds unless the Strykers can score in the box. What a ball game. It's 7-5. I mean, listen, it's always either 8-6, 8-7, 7-5, something like this. Seems like it's always the same ball game against the Strykers. Unfortunately, they're going to win for the 4th straight time against the Ambush over the last couple of years. All of them have been tight, but this one breaking their way, and one more. Perez tries to slip under Ogaz. Fabian came crashing. 5 seconds. Marco wants one more. Short stick, Ogaz. He'll at least be able to say, I made the save against the legendary Marco Fabian in the final moments, but tonight belongs to the Strykers.
in St. Louis, Missouri. 7-5, we are done. Strykers win it by a couple of goals for the second time this week over the St. Louis Ambush. Had some good performances. Will SK had a couple of goals. Paulo had some highlight saves. But in the end, the Ambush will stay at 2 wins for the season.
Yeah, and the offense just couldn't get enough, and really just you're not too disappointed with 5 goals on 14 shots because you're hoping to get around 26 to 30 generated. But with the way that the Strykers were able to control the ball, you just were never going to get that kind of shot quality. In fact, we talked to the head coach of the Strykers, Anuo Obasi, before the game, and he said, in that game earlier in the week, we got the shot amount we wanted. So as long as we're getting the shot amounts, we know eventually it's going to break in our favor. And that's exactly what happened for them tonight, Joey. 34 shots on goal, and just the game broke in their favor because they controlled the ball more, they got more shots, and despite the fact that they probably had a more egregious amount of mistakes that led directly to Ambush goals, they also had more big plays that led directly to their own goals. And that's why they walk out tonight with another win.
Give themselves a 500 for the season. 5-5 now, 2-4 on the road. Paulo Nascimento checked into this game as the top saves man in the MASL at 111. But as you point out, when the shots are just coming with abandon all over the place like they were, well, that's just tough for the Ambush keeper. Angela Sharp is down on the field. She's got our All-Star of the game presented by Under the Yellow Umbrella. Let's toss it down to Angela and Chili Willie SK.
I'm down here with the captain of the St. Louis Ambush, Chili Willie SK. All right, what happened to you today, first of all?
Yeah, off the ball, no contact, just pulled my calf. Not sure what's going on there, but sometimes it happens, just unlucky. Nothing you can do.
You had 2 goals on the game. And the game was really, really close all the way up there until the end. When you guys are playing another team in the same kind of speed as each other, what is that like?
Yeah, I think this is a good matchup. They play a very unique style with the keeper out the whole time. I don't think we've quite figured it out yet. I can say for sure once we do, we'll have these guys' number. I don't think we'd lose to them again.
Now, I know that this organization has a great fan base, but the whole league has a great fan base. When you're here, obviously you hear your home team, but when you're away, is there a different feel when the crowd is not behind you?
Oh yeah, for sure. The fans here always give us energy. I mean, home records are definitely better than the away ones. It helps when you're not getting booed scoring goals. It's much better when the crowd's cheering for you, for sure.
So that's a note to every other team to boo you when you score in their home.
Yeah, right.
Now, I know that you have made the All-Star team. You're going to be playing with a whole bunch of other people like you who are All-Star caliber. Are you going to be able to take some tips and tricks from other people and move it into your own game?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, it's the first time I got recognized from the league. A lot of time it's very stat-based, so like a two-way player that does offense and defense and get overlooked. Fortunately, this time around, the players voted on it, so it was an honor to have the rest of the league give me a shout and say this guy deserves it. And yeah, I'm really excited to get out there and show well.
When the players vote on it, that makes it a little more special to you, right? Because those are the guys that you're out against game after game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, fans can watch and pick guys, and the stats say one thing, but around the league, the players know who the real ballers are out there, and so it was nice to have them pick.
Now, obviously, you're going to mend yourself up, but what are you looking for from the Ambush for your next game?
I think collectively, we just got to put our heads down and keep grinding. The talent is there. If you come and watch us, it's clear individually we have the talent. We're taking a step in the right direction each game. The end of the year in playoffs is our goal, so we'll just keep working towards that, and we'll see where we end up.
Well, very good luck to you. Thank you for this. It is Chili Willie SK, the captain of the St. Louis Ambush.
Thank you to Angela and to Chili Willie for being with us on the field. 2 goals tonight for Will SK. He will represent the Ambush at the All-Star game February 12th, and he gave us a little insight there dealing with a calf strain. And off camera, you can see he's got ice and wrap on the calf. That's why he was limited, as we pointed out, down the stretch. We are still really just getting started at the Family Arena. It's the Budweiser Guns and Hoses game to benefit Backstoppers coming up. We're going to tell you more about that broadcast after this. This is Ambush Soccer on Golazo.
Restore Chesterfield is the official wellness and recovery center for your St. Louis Ambush. We offer cryotherapy, IV drips, hyperbaric oxygen, and so much more. Bring your ticket stub and receive one free core service. See you soon, and go Ambush!
The wait is over. The 2025 MASL season is here. Bigger and better than ever. Get ready for high-speed action, jaw-dropping goals, and fierce competition as your favorite teams battle it out on the field. With intense rivalries, unforgettable moments, and new stars rising, the MASL delivers excitement every week. Get your tickets now and be part of the excitement, because this season, the action is non-stop.
Greg Crayons down on the field with our own Ashton Fry. Greg played in the MASL game, and now he plays an important role in the game coming up. Our first ever Budweiser Guns and Hoses game about to start at the Family Arena. Marco Fabian signing some autographs and posing for some photos before the firefighters and paramedics take on the police officers in this Guns and Hoses game. We will have the call for you, a 40-minute game. It's going to be live on the St. Louis Ambush YouTube page, so make sure you are with us as we honor first responders and raise money for Backstoppers. Some great moments. Rafa Araujo scored twice. Chili Willie SK scored twice. There's a lot of talent on the Strykers team. They got the 7-5 W. Ambush and Strykers done. Guns and Hoses about to begin on YouTube. This has been MASL Soccer on Golazo.
Grammy Award winner Dwight Yoakam. The Cosmic Roundup and Rodeo Tour. April 24th, 7 p.m., the Family Arena. With special guest, the Mavericks. On sale at the Carroll House Furniture box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Dwight Yoakam Live.
Available interior work surface to work it out in front, plus the capability of available Pro Power on board to work it out in back. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Introducing the all-new 2021 Ford F-150.